and Somara Theodore is here. Hey, Somara.
Hey, good morning. So we're tracking a storm that's bringing both severe weather and snow. But you know who hasn't seen a ton of snow lately? St. Paul, Minnesota, 20.4 inches below normal for this season. What you will see today there and in the advisories, wind gusts could reach as high as 45 miles per hour. So we have to watch for downed trees and power outages. So looking at this storm system and timing it out, this evening at 7 p.m., wrapping up for dinner, Marquette, Duluth, being for some wintry weather down in Green Bay. We could see a bit of a mix. Cleveland, rain around the same time and a little bit farther south. That's where we could see severe weather from Shreveport to Memphis, large hail, damaging wind, and maybe a brief spin-up tornado. Finally, where does this storm go? It heads to the East Coast. D.C., Philly, New York, be prepared for a wet morning commute before this moves out by the afternoon. Boston, you may start off with a little bit of snow as well. That's a look at the forecast across the country. Let's see what's going on in your neighborhood.
Yes, Samar just highlighted the rain coming for Monday morning's commute, but today, sunny skies and cold conditions. We're waking up right.
That's a look at the weather in your neighborhood, my friends.
Samara, thank you so much. All right, we're going to March Madness now, from a Hall of Fame coaching matchup to bracket-busting finishes. Plenty of drama happening overnight. I'm part of that group. Ika Jachi has the highlights.
Touchable skin.
Touch a motor running.
I've got weather tech. For whatever comes your way, there's weather tech.
In southern Florida, we are still seeing fire weather conditions. If you look to the southeast, elevated fire danger, even into New England. We also have a red flag warning for places like Kearney, Nebraska. Now, temperatures, they're on the rise, folks. We've got warm weather ahead, so much so that we could be in for record-breaking heat. Take a look at this. Seattle, 68 degrees on Tuesday. Salt Lake City coming in the low 70s. If we look at Phoenix, you guys are really flirting with triple digits in the mid to upper 90s at the top of the week. Even Denver pretty hot there on Thursday at 80 degrees, potentially breaking a daily record. That's a look at the forecast across the country. Let's see what's going on in your neighborhood.
Sunny and cold this morning. We're starting close to the freezing mark with a bit of a breeze, but that wind weakens into this afternoon.
And that's a look at your local forecast. Guys, is it too late for me to make a bracket? Are we also taking bets? Can I say that on air? Yes.
We've been talking about the cross-country storms in some places like Michigan. Snow.
Yes, believe it or not, we are headed to the Kinawa Peninsula in Michigan. This is Hancock, Michigan. They got a trifecta. They got the snow, they got the sleet, they got some ice there. And this is on the northern tier of the same system that's bringing severe weather to parts of the country. So we have the greatest ice accumulation in the UP of Michigan up towards Green Bay. Even parts of New England are going to be seeing ice. We can see up to ½ inch of ice accumulation, power outages, tree damage, hazardous travel. So folks have to be careful there. As far as totals go, 6 to 9 inches in areas like Marquette. That's a look at the forecast across the country. Let's see what's going on in your neighborhood.
Get ready for a warm one. A summer preview this morning, already mild, 60 right now in Central Park. We still have about 20 degrees to go, 53 into tomorrow.
Look at your local forecast. Do you all know how it's going to be today? Or you guys have heard the buzz?
80?
Yes, around there. Believe it or not, though, our friends in upstate New York are dealing with snow right now.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, that's how contrasting this is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, incredible. All right, thanks, Samara. Now to March Madness. The women's Sweet 16 underway and the men's Elite 8 is taking shape. ABC's Ika Jachi is here with all the details.
And just drenching rain. Team coverage is ahead, and we've got the measles cases.
Under the threat for severe weather, and when it comes to this dangerous flash flooding, Kentucky's governor warning that this could linger and could cause some trouble for days, Gio.
And we hear that heavy rain behind you, Morgan. Thank you so much. And as you just will see more rain, and Samara is tracking all of that. Good morning, Samara.
Good morning. That's right. Today we're reaching new heights when it comes to this flooding. Another peak day. Take a look at the radar. So this is the rain falling in real time, and it has been falling for days. Little Rock, Memphis, Louisville, Cincinnati gearing up for another round of heavy rain moving through. Van Buren, Missouri, you're under a particularly dangerous situation. It's there where we have an even heightened event of flooding. flooding taking place. Emergency management has had to do water rescues. Flood watches in place all the way into the Tennessee and Ohio Valley. So in this area in pink, this is where 1/3 of all flood-related deaths occur when we're at this level. We're anticipating an additional 3 to 6 inches of rain. Couple that with more severe weather this afternoon and evening. These areas not just reeling from the flooding, but they also have the potential for strong tornadoes. Janae?
All right, Somara, thank you. With the Sean Combs trial fast approaching, prosecutors are adding to their
under the threat for severe weather. And when it comes to this dangerous flash flooding, Kentucky's governor warning that this could linger and could cause some trouble for days, Gio.
And we hear that heavy rain behind you, Morgan. Thank you so much. And as you just will see more rain, and Somara is tracking all of that. Good morning, Somara.
Good morning. That's right. Today we're reaching new heights when it comes to this flooding. Another peak day. Take a look at the radar. So this is the rain falling in real time, and it has been falling for days. Little Rock, Memphis, Louisville, Cincinnati gearing up for another round of heavy rain moving through. Van Buren, Missouri, you're under a particularly dangerous situation. It's there where we have an even heightened event of flooding taking place. Emergency management has had to do water rescues. Flood watches in place all the way into the Tennessee and Ohio Valley. So in this area in pink, this is where 1/3 of all flood-related deaths occur when we're at this level. We're anticipating an additional 3 to 6 inches of rain. Couple that with more severe weather this afternoon and evening. These areas not just reeling from the flooding, but they also have the potential for strong tornadoes. Janae?
All right, Somara, thank you. With the Sean Combs trial fast approaching, prosecutors are adding to their... Now for a check of the weather, and Somara Theodore is watching. You're watching so much severe weather that's been passing through.
That's right. Here on Earth, we've got a lot going on. Take a look. Slight risk now for Atlanta. Good morning, Atlanta. You have a beautiful Earth cam shot there. Be the picture as we head through the second half of your weekend. Timing this out, throwing up. While the severe threat isn't as elevated as what we're seeing in other parts of the country, you could still see an isolated tornado from Mobile down to the Florida Panhandle, right along I-10 there into Montgomery, Alabama, and into Atlanta. As far as totals go, about 2 to 3+ inches of rain. So we're seeing that flood threat begin to slide east as we head into Sunday. That's a look at the forecast across the country. Let's see what's going on in your neighborhood.
Cloudy, cooler, breezy with occasional showers today. Your Saturday starts in the 50s for most, but moving into this afternoon, we actually get cooler. So dress.
Look at your local forecast.
We're all debating what spring is supposed to look like here.
Yeah.
You know, it's rain, but you're like, no.
I say it's a battle between winter and summer, so you get a little bit of both.
Yeah,
it wants beautiful meadows and
sunshine and flowers blooming. Yes, more than just once a month.
A new place to live might be.
All right, thank you, Somara. We appreciate it. Okay, this morning, all eyes on Tampa, where in a little over 24 hours, the Women's National Championship will be decided. And ABC's Faith Abube is there with all of the
following that, and you're still following that flood alert.
Yeah, the situation growing more dire as we continue to see flooding taking place throughout Kentucky, Tennessee, into Little Rock. Flash flood warnings in place. Well, it's the setup we have. This area of high pressure parked over the Atlantic, that's blocking this boundary from moving, and we're seeing this moisture just feed in from the Gulf, and that is resulting in extreme flooding. And don't forget, this area also at risk for severe weather this afternoon, where tornadoes are possible. That's a look at the forecast across the country. Let's see what's going on in your neighborhood.
Cloudy, cooler, breezy, and at times a little on the wet side today. Occasional showers are expected off.
And that's a look at your local forecast. My friends, back to you.
All right, a lot to keep watching tomorrow. Thank you. Still coming up here on Good Morning America, our politics rundown, the Trump administration's long-term view on a...
All right, we're back now with our play of the day, and it's Mars on the move here, folks. Motorists driving past the Kennedy Center in Washington doing a double take.
Oh, what?
See what's happening here? They noticed a 30-foot tall balloon model of the planet Mars rolling free. Oh my gosh. So this is all part of the center's exhibit called Celestial Bodies, Earth, Moon, and Stars. But high winds created a liftoff, blowing the Mars balloon off its moorings and onto a nearby highway. Eventually, it was retrieved. Some wondering if maybe it just needed some more space.
Oh, I see what you did there. That's good.
No. Is this on? Hello? Okay,
you don't have to read every word.
I know, that's right. It was a good try.
Coming up here on GMA in our second hour, country singer Orville Peck is in the house talking about his starring role. For a look at the weather, and Somara Theodore is following that. Ooh, Florida is looking pretty rough.
Yeah, yesterday got pretty active for Florida. We had look at the top of your screen. Do you see that? Water spout coming onshore in Pensacola Beach in Pensacola, Florida there. There was even reports of a tornado. few energized storms, so be mindful. But the big threat, flash flooding. That's for Freeport. Tallahassee could see some flooding, even up into the Carolinas. Now, as we go through time, we're going to anticipate more rain today. That's going to lead to 2 to 3 inches of rain. Some spots in South Carolina could see 3 to 5+ inches of rain. And that's not the only thing we're tracking. We head into the Rockies. It's there where we have a severe weather threat today. Damaging wind is the real big concern. We could see some isolated hail that goes from Great Falls down to Miles City, Billings, all the way in to Idaho Falls. That's a look at the forecast across the country. Let's see what's going on in your neighborhood.
Sunny skies and 70s for Mom. The perfect forecast for any of your Mother's Day plans. Gorgeous out there beyond.
And that's a look at your local forecast. It's Mother's Day.
Yes.
So we got to say happy birthday to Miss Theodore.
Happy birthday, Miss Theodore.
I love you, Mommy.
Oh, you messed me up. Yeah, Mother's Day.
Y'all.
I just followed in your footsteps. We just went off that cliff together.
Mom, I promise I'm okay. Can we say it is so I don't look crazy? Her birthday's in January.
Mother's Day, Miss Theodore, and thank you, Somara. All right, now to the NBA playoffs and the Celtics handing the Knicks a defeat on New York's home court. ABC's Ashin Singh, more on that.